Oh man, oh, that is fantastic. There we go guys, that's our beef meatball Chinese curry made. So quick, so easy. Hi guys, how you all doing? Welcome to Backyard Chef, I'm Rick. Today we're going to do beef meatballs in a Chinese curry sauce. Now basically we're going to do beef meatballs in our takeaway Chinese curry sauce. Now if you have made the curry paste already, this is going to be a very quick recipe. If you haven't, there's a link up here so you can see how to make the Chinese curry paste. Okay guys, so the first thing we've got to do, we've got to make the meatballs. Let's crack on and make the meatballs. Alright guys, we have a couple of spring onions, and what we need to do, we need to get some very, very thin sliced green bits of our spring onion. You know, this is going to go in our meatballs. So nice and thin, as thin as you like. I mean, if you want chunks of green in there, cut it a bit thicker, up to you. So there we are, that is our green onions chopped. What we're going to do is put them in a bowl. Whilst we're doing the veg guys, we might as well prep our onions. So we want cubes of onions in our curry. Nice cubes like that. Open up the segments and put them in a bowl. So we've got 1.5 chopped onions there guys. And what we need to do now is just break open some of the segments. It just makes it easier when it goes in the pan. So break some of your segments open. It doesn't matter if you don't do them all. It should loosen up in the pan anyway. Okay, so we just put our onions to one side. Right guys, what we need to do, we need to go in with about a tablespoon of soy sauce into our beef mince. And we want about a tablespoon of Shaoxing wine. We've got our 2 spring onions that we've diced or thinly sliced through the green bits. Let's get that in there. We have 1/4 teaspoon of 5 spice. We've got about 1 teaspoon of grated ginger, and we got 1 teaspoon of grated garlic. We're going to give this a shake of white pepper. Give that a good shake in there, and a good pinch of salt. Crack in 1 egg guys. Get 1 egg in there, and in with our breadcrumbs. Right, it's hands in guys, and we give this a mix through. And then what we do is go in with a little bit more breadcrumbs. Give this a good mix through, and then we'll let it stand. And what will happen is that the meat and all the fluid will soak into the breadcrumbs. It'll all soak to a nice mixture. Now don't worry, it's not going to taste the bread. But we want something in there just to hold the moisture together. So just work it a little bit in the bowl, and what's going to happen is the meat's going to get a little bit sticky. It's not going to get too sticky, but it'll get a little bit sticky, which will make it easier for us when we make our meatballs. So that's our meat mixture made guys. Rest it for about 20 minutes and then we can crack on. Okay, what we need to do, we don't want to go too big, you know, we don't want to squash it too hard, but we want a meatball about the size of a golf ball. So just roll it out in your hand. Now you could weigh it out if you want, you know, if you want it to be more exact, but you know, we just guess this, you know, and just put them on a tray. Okay guys, what we're going to do, we're going to fry these meatballs, so we're going to go in the pan with a little bit of oil. So in with some oil. Now we want a little bit in the bottom there because we're going to shallow fry these. So in with our meatballs. And then all we need to do is work these meatballs gently. Now we want a little bit of colour on there, and obviously we want them to cook. So we're just going to turn them gently with a spoon. Now you don't be too hard with these, and they shouldn't break up. So we're getting these fantastic looking meatballs. Right guys, that's our meatballs done. What we need to do now is take them out of the pan and put them on a tray to rest. Just look at those, absolutely fantastic. So that's our meatballs out, we're going to rest. Now what we need to do, quite a little bit of oil in here and bits look. What we need to do is just drain this out and then put a little bit of oil back in. Alright guys, what we're going to do, we're going to go back in with a little bit of that oil. Got a flame on, nice and low. We're going to go in with some garlic. Our onions. Quick little stir around. That's enough. In with our curry paste. So get our curry paste in there. Little stir around. And then what we need to do is we need to go in with our stock. So put our chicken stock in there. Now I've got about 2 cups here guys. Cook that in there nice and gently until our paste dissolves into our curry sauce, and the onions will actually start to soften but retain a crunch. So just dissolve our paste in there. It's very easy actually, very straightforward. And as it starts to warm up, it'll start to thicken up. Okay guys, we want to go in with about a tablespoonful of sugar. Stir that in there, and you can see it's thickening up nicely already. And then in with our frozen peas. Stir that in there. Now of course, if it thickens too much for you guys, what you need to do is just add a bit of water. So this is thickening into a real delicious curry paste. We're going to return our meatballs. So put our meatballs in there. Give it a gentle stir through. Now we don't want to break up the meatballs, but we want the meatballs to be coated. So coat them all up in that delicious curry sauce. Oh man, just look at that. Oh yes, please. Now at this stage guys, all this is cooked. Okay guys, what you need to do now is just give it a taste for seasoning. See if you want to add any more sugar or a little bit of salt. Oh man. Oh, that is fantastic. There we go guys, that's our beef meatball Chinese curry made. So quick, so easy. All we need to do now is turn off the heat and serve it up. Oh guys, that's how to take the Chinese style meatball, put it with our takeaway curry sauce, and we've got beef meatballs and curry sauce made. It's absolutely awesome. Oh, these meatballs are absolutely superb. Now guys, if you like what we're doing, it'd be great if you'd subscribe. Till next time, take care.